I'm just going to make sure that we are launching on LinkedIn, and I'm going to widen the screen here. So give me 1 second. Full screen. All right. Wow. We're doing it, right? So for those of you that are tuning in, or going to be tuning in, this is the live stream, the announcement for the Cornerstone 30-day group challenge created by Jennifer Jehl and myself. So just first of all, I'm going to look at LinkedIn really, really quick to make sure that we're actually streaming. Give me 1 second. And we are. Click to join live. Yep, we are. We're live on there. Okay, so make sure people can get some comments here. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay, so anyways, once again, for all y'all viewing, hopefully we can see the comments as they come in. AJ, welcome, brother.
Hey,
yes. Okay, so I'm going to go back and start with the introduction. My name is Trevor Martin, founder of RMF Coaching. Jennifer?
I'm Jennifer Jehl, and I have my own coaching by my own name, JJ.
Hell yes. So we're excited. We're very, very excited to bring this to y'all and want to make sure that we, talk about a little bit about kind of our past, how we came together and how everything formed. So when we look at coaching in general, it on my take, it's from the leadership side. So I do also have a 9-to-5, and in that 9-to-5, I'm a training and development manager. And the development piece has a lot to do with helping others in their leadership of their personal and professional lives, right? Different aspects of that. Well, I realized in my journey that I really enjoyed helping people and helping others get better, improve in different areas. So along those lines, as I grew, I realized I've got to work on myself. There's a piece of that, a big part that was missing, that I wasn't connecting with people. And so I went back, and it turns out it was because I was a bit of an asshole. I was a bit of a prick, and people were noticing that. And so I had to go on a self-awareness journey, which, little plug here, there's a lot of that at the very beginning of this 30-day challenge that we're offering, the Cornerstone 30-day challenge. It's going to actually start off with a little bit of a self-awareness journey. So once I got through that journey, so let me rephrase that. I didn't get through the journey. I'm still on the journey, but I'm a little bit better. So once I got through that part, then I realized, hey, I really want to help individuals. I really want to take this. I want to take this to the next level. I do. And so created Trevor Martin Leadership Coaching, which then became RMF, Refine, Move, Forge Leadership Coaching. And that is what I'm doing today. Through that, I met Jennifer. So Jennifer, I'm going to turn it over to you and give a little backstory as to your journey and what you're working on now.
Well, yeah, and thanks everyone for joining. So I had a past of massive amounts of toxic people pleasing for myself. So I got myself into really bad situations, financially, romantically, business wise. I was just destroyed, but I let it happen because I didn't know who I was, didn't really know anything about myself, definitely didn't have any boundaries or had any value that I could even place on myself. And so I hit rock bottom at one point, and it was a nasty rock bottom, which I won't go into details. But I knew at that point I had to turn my life around immediately. And I did that through a series of different things, coaching, counseling, just dug deep into personal development of all sorts. And about a year later, I started writing. I love to write. So I started writing inspirational blogs, like for no reason. I had no intention of it going anywhere. I just wanted to inspire people to live a better life. And it kind of gained traction. And, I started a mentorship program from another coach, personal, et cetera, which only created more personal development for me to begin with. And I decided that I wanted to help women who were like me. But for whatever reason, I was called to help men, and I became really passionate in helping men. I help them with purpose, vision, and I also focus a lot on biblical masculinity. This really means a lot to me because I feel like the world is full of men who could be better, weak men. I've been involved with only weak men, and my daughters, because of that, have never had a positive male influence. And so I think that's what brought me the passion for helping men.
Oh yeah. Now, and there's a couple. You know what? Like, there's a couple points, and I know this is about the 30-day challenge, right? But there's a couple points there that I want to pause on. It takes a no. The first one is the bravery that it takes to say that, like, on number one on a live event or publicly, like, hey, look, like it's been a shitstorm sometimes when it comes to relationships, and it's been hard. The other brave point is calling out weakness, saying, hey, look, we can be better. I want to help individuals get better. Also, another reason why the 30-day challenge it was created, right? Helping individuals get better through a series of events, through a series of workshops and group things and all of that. Like, so that's important. And the fact that we recognize this, the fact that there's a recognition for improvement, and then there's that need, that's huge.
Yeah, continuously too. Like we're never going to be done, right? We keep
Absolutely.
going. And, I often kind of use the analogy of a video game for life and,
Yeah.
level, right? Well, if we get used to the game, we don't just want to stay there because then we're going to be bored. We're
Right.
not, we're going to eventually stop playing. So we want to keep leveling up. And I think that's what, increasing self-awareness, increasing personal development, increasing communication skills, increasing strengths, weaknesses of all sorts. I think we continuously, our ceiling gets higher.
I could not agree more. Like, I couldn't agree more. Our ceiling continuously gets higher, right? Absolutely, it does. But the only way that we can keep pushing that ceiling is if we acknowledge the fact that we can actually do the work, that we can push it, right? So you're talking a little bit about faith and helping and biblical masculinity, and I want to kind of put a thought in here, or not a thought, a statement as to kind of how we connected. So, but before I do that, we've got some chat, we've got some comments coming in. So John Doolin, AJ who said hi. John, I'm so glad that you're here. John, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, John has been with me since like pretty much the beginning of my time here on LinkedIn. Very, very grateful for his tutelage and his mentorship. So John, I'm so glad you're here. Sam, sis, dude, I'm so glad that you could make it. Heck yes. Susie, great to be here. So glad that you're here. We just connected through Sabine, so I'm super excited that you're here. AJ says, oh, sorry, Jay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying thank you guys so much for being here.
So AJ says, level up by growing, learning, and helping others grow and learn along the way. Okay, that is a perfect actual segue into my next comment, which I was talking about faith.
Yep.
So connected with Jennifer on LinkedIn, and one of the very first things that was intriguing was her posts on biblical masculinity. And at the time, and still currently, I struggle with my faith, and I talk with Jennifer about this often. But I do struggle with my faith. Born and raised a Christian. Series of events in life make me go, and question things. So I found, in my questioning journey, if you will, I stumbled across a couple of Jennifer's posts, and I'm like, what? There is such belief and passion behind these posts. Like I'm pretty sure she's bought in like all the way. And that was intriguing. So started up a couple conversations with her, and that just kind of, led to a friendship, led to what we've got going on today. And through that was the, kind of the birth idea on Jennifer's side of Cornerstone. So it's been an eye-opening experience talking with Jennifer and working with Jennifer, and I'm truly, truly grateful to be involved in this. Jennifer, would you mind taking us a little, like, how did you come up with the idea for Cornerstone?
I sort of came up with it towards the end of the year because, as I don't believe in resolutions of any kind whatsoever, but
Reach.
yeah, but I do believe in like kind of refocusing for the year, whether it's an intention or just a general improvement. And so I kind of thought to myself, it would be really great if we had something that focused on the individual, like enrichment of the individual, but also
Yeah.
as a collective together, like guiding each other, getting perspectives of other people, like doing this as a collective. And I think that's really important. And especially what we're missing in today's society, it just, we're just unconnected. And I want more connectedness. That's kind of like what I was thinking. I could read the mission statement if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. And while you're bringing up the mission statement, there's a couple comments. Let's see. AJ says level up by growing, learning, helping others along the way. Yes, absolutely. Rob, a true man's man in the Bible was Eleazar, one of David's mighty men. That is also true. And I'm pretty sure, Jennifer, didn't you do
Go
a
to quote.
post with him? Yeah,
Yeah, post on
yeah.
him.
Yep. Wayne, diving into the word has untold benefits. So glad you all are doing this. Wayne, like, I'd be interested in talking to you more about that. I know you're part of Black Label, and so we need to have a conversation on that because I appreciate that statement. And to be fair, I've been doing a little more reading, a little bit. Still, I think I'm gonna level with you. Like, I think that I'm going to struggle for a while. I think that's going to be a continuous struggle for me. But for those of you who know me, and Jennifer, you know this, like, Charlie Quinn, that's like a massive, massive blessing in my life, right? So I see that as okay. I mean, is this God's work? Is that something that is there a message there, right? So I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
figure it out
that's
or
beautiful.
try
It's
to.
it's normal to struggle, you know? Like we
Yeah.
all struggle all the time with our faith. Even the most faithful of the faithful struggle, you know?
Yep. Preach. Okay, mission statement. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm just going to read it verbatim. Um, Cornerstone, fostering unity and growth and a foundation for change. Our mission is to guide individuals on a 30-day journey of positive change, cultivating new daily habits, igniting motivation, and creating a sense of accountability. Through personalized coaching and group synergy, we strive to create an environment where each person's unique journey, this is my favorite part, converges into a collective force for growth and success. Together, we commit to embracing change, unlocking potential, and celebrating the triumphs of every individual within our supportive community.
Hell yeah. Right?
It's exciting.
It is exciting, but the whole group thing is like when you approach me with this and you're like, hey, like I've got an idea, and I think that, or I know, and I don't think, like, I know this needs to happen. How do we make this happen? Like, what do we do? Where do we go from here? And the fact that you're like, you know what? Let's make it a group, like team, like people from all over involved in this, diving into this, working together to grow, not only grow, unpack unlimited potential,
Yeah,
but also link together, solve problems, right? Talk about serious issues that are going on that we're struggling with on a daily basis, and
right.
understanding that you now have people around you that are working, they're going through the same workshop, they're doing the same challenge step by step that you can lean on. It builds confidence in the single individual. Not only does it build confidence in the single individual, but then people will start to realize, oh, I'm even more powerful if I link up with the warrior next to me, right? Let's go. Working together on the group challenges that we've created, or the workshops. I guess I will say challenges within the challenge, but the obstacles that we've created for people to go through, right? It's listen, guys, when I say, or when we've said that it's an intense 30-day challenge, like, it's intense. Like, this is going to pack a punch. It's going to be impactful. Like, you're not going to be like, I don't know, 5 days in and go, I don't know if this is worth it. Because day one, you're going to go, it's worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
And Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong, but by day 30, you're going to look in the mirror and go, this is not the same me.
Exactly. I think you'll be walking with a new aura of confidence and knowledge in your own skills and authenticity. That's something to show to the world. I think it's going to be like, even if you are that person, it's going to be on another level. And I
Yeah.
think it's going to be really powerful. I'm so excited. And yeah,
Oh,
literally from day one, I think day one even is going to change so many people's lives.
I agree. I 100% agree. Now we had, I mean, and I can't stop smiling. By the way, Chris Copeland says no warrior, no war has ever won, was ever won by a lone warrior. Chris, preach, damn straight, and I
I,
love that. Absolutely. So, speaking of day one, like as we went through, I can remember, like as we're going through the outline, right? As we're comparing notes, as we're finalizing things, I can remember, or I actually just still now, the energy built just from that, right? Just looking at what we put down on paper and going, this this is badass.
yeah.
This is gonna be fun. It's going to be intense, but it's also going to be fun. We've got, and give me one second. I'm gonna bring up my outline right here.
Which, by the
So
way,
go ahead.
outline, like I had the idea, yeah, but you like literally created the outline from your amazing brain. And this is why I love what we're doing so much, because our brains are so different. You're so animated and so energized, and like you know exactly how to get the things you want, your mind works in a completely different way than mine, who is like, I'm more serious, I'm more technical, I like to research. So our like combination is, I feel like it's on fire.
It absolutely is. And that energy, right? You feed off of that energy, right? Somebody brings something else, one thing to the table, the other side brings something else, and then pretty soon you sit there and go, you know what? Like if we combine some things here from that both sides have brought, like, and put it together, like this right here is recipe for success. And I have to you know what, before I go into this, like that taught me a valuable lesson too, right? Because I am so animated, I am so let's go, like we can do this, all up in your face, right? But it taught me that, okay, it is like, take a step back, because a lot of times I'm like, oh, that's a great idea, we should just go with that idea. And then I read your stuff and you're like your notes, and I'm like, that's an even better idea. Oh, you know what? We should probably go with that, right? And the mission statement, right? The vision, the purpose, the created by you, like that is absolutely phenomenal work. And it just goes to show, right? It goes to show that when people stop, and that's, once again, plug for the challenge. That's what this is about, folks. So we think about the energy from just two right here. Think about what happens when you get a bunch into that group, all doing what we're doing right now. But when you get together with somebody and you're able to feed off of that energy, you're able to bring ideas to the table. That's where change happens, right? That's where people go, that idea right there can change people's lives. That idea right there could change the world if we let it. We can take our thinking to that kind of level, that big. You get a group like that, boom. There are no boundaries. Obliterate the box. There is no sky's the limit, because there is no limit,
I love it. I love it.
right?
Yep.
Whoever has a revolutionary vision and the energy of a million people.
That's so true.
Okay. That's fair, and I appreciate it. A revolutionary vision. Thank, like John, like you honor me, like that right there. Like that means a lot. Energy of a million people, absolutely. Revolutionary vision. I don't think I'm ever going to forget you saying that. So thanks, John. I appreciate that. Truth be told, I am actually really, really dialing up my energy right now, because I just got some some tattoo or ink done on this arm. And then I thought, I don't know what I was thinking during scheduling. I thought, you know what? I'll just sit in a chair for 4 to 5 hours getting some ink done, and then I'll just go do a live. I'll have the energy for that. So, not gonna lie, I'm a little hyped up on some caffeine, and but also the positive energy from here. So, um, I'm gonna go back to the 30-day challenge. Give me one second. I'm gonna bring this up. So there's a couple things, can't talk, that we really, really wanted to pinpoint. We're not going to spoil it. We're not going to tell you all about the 30-day challenge, but there's a couple of things that we did want to say are definitely going to be happening at the beginning. That self-awareness journey, right?
Yeah.
Looking at self, really diving into us, because folks, that's where it starts. Like literally, I mean, and if you do it any other way, it's back asswards. It's not going to work. Like you've got to start with self. Then we talked about how we wanted that group synergy. Now, Jennifer, can you go back over again? Like when you formed this, you're like, hey, I want it to be, I want it to have, I want it to be a group. Can you explain like how, once again, how did you come up with that, where how you wanted everybody to come together?
I'm just passionate right now about all of us embracing our individual growth, but then as a collective, like how much more empowering we can be, even if we go off, on our separate ways and do individual things that we are working on in this group, for instance, like to know that we are a part of a group, part of a collective. I think that sets the tone and gives you support when you don't even realize you have it. It just gives you support and motivation and confidence and accountability,
Right
accountability.
on.
And so I think what we can accomplish together, but individually, is far more than what we can accomplish alone. I just think it's really important. And like I said earlier, I feel like in our society today, that's going away. People are
It
too.
is. Yeah, it is, right? Like, oh man, I can just do it myself. Like, I don't really need anybody else. In fact, I kind of prefer to stand alone. Nobody really does it the way that I do it, and in fact, I really just want to be, I
Yeah.
don't know, left alone.
Yeah, and I think like even especially like people have a hard time having real conversations. If you have a differing opinion, just think about it. Like you're not going to have a conversation with anybody because it's too awkward or uncomfortable. And I think embracing the fact that we can have actual conversations of differing perspectives and be open and trusting enough to know that we have an open and safe space to do that in, I think that's really important too, which is something I don't see.
Yeah, and that's the thing too about this challenge, right? For the people that are joining the challenge, you're going to be communicating with each other. You're going to be working with each other on a daily basis. You're going to get to know each other on a pretty intimate level, right? Because this isn't a walk in the park. So, to be clear here, if you're looking for a challenge that's actually not a challenge, if you're looking for something that you can just like scroll up and read and like and then you click a button and you say, hey, like I'm all good, right? And then I've done my work for the day. Nah, like I'm going to tell you, this isn't for you. Like this is work. It's real work. And it was designed that way for two reasons. Number one, self-improvement, right? That continuous growth. Number two, building those connections, coming together for a stronger purpose, for a greater purpose than self, right?
Right.
Not
Right.
just about me, it's about the team now, baby. Let's go. Robin, glad you can make it. Saw the comment up there. That's awesome. Glad you're here. So, as we dive in further, I'm going to go back to this here. So, pardon me for reading, but as we go in or as I dive in, there's a couple things. So we talked about self-awareness, we talked about group synergy, right?
Right.
We also want to talk about ownership. So there's a whole workshop in here it's an ownership workshop and it's about successes. So owning our successes, that's the easy part, folks, but also about owning our failures. Understanding that there's something to be learned on both sides. Jennifer, your thoughts?
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Successes are the easy part.
Right?
That's like we celebrate them. That's great. And part of our 30-day challenge is celebrating all the successes, like specifically, and gratitude. But taking the failures and the rejections and the struggles and the adversity and turning those into maybe even better than the successes, because those things are what really kickstarts your growth. I mean, failures and rejection, I mean, that only is an opportunity for you to grow, for you to learn something and to work harder and create better opportunities. Rejection, people are so afraid of rejection, but I love rejection. Honestly, I love it because it's God's or the universe's way of taking things out of your path that aren't meant for you. And we don't want that. So to just let it go is really something important, and learn from it and just embrace it. Embracing the failures. It's really important.
Absolutely. You and I have talked about this, and I will say for me, and we've talked about it, right? If I would say for me, that's been hard. Embracing failures, especially coming from a male perspective, we're taught what you don't fail, right? You don't fail. You win. You kick ass and take names. You don't fail. So when failure happens, when something happens in our lives that is considered to be a failure, men especially can go, oh man, now I'm in a rut, right? I failed. I don't know how I'm gonna ever get back to being successful again, man, especially if it's a big failure. Like man, that is all on me, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But instead, to your point, and this goes back to, once again, I keep talking about this 30-day challenge because that's why we're here, right? It goes back to, hey, take a moment and stop. Really look at, why did you fail? What happened? What mistakes were made? And then how can we learn from those mistakes? What new battle plan can we come up with? Now imagine you're talking about failures, successes and failures, but we're focused on the failures, right? Imagine you're talking about that with a team. Hey, I think it might have been my fault that we kind of blew this up. What does everybody else think? And everybody else is probably gonna be like, sure is. That's your fault, Trevor. Like 9 times 10, we're gonna go with Trevor, right? Okay. What do we do to get better? How do we design a battle plan that actually increases our chances for success? So taking ownership of those failures and then redesigning the battle plan and going out and trying to kick ass once again.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I'm pumped. Okay, so we've got some. We have some. Give me 1 second. We have some comments here. Okay, so I'm looking at LinkedIn. If you're, give me 1 second. Okay, so we've got some novel paradigm shifting ideas start in the garage. Some in the, I lost that comment.
I lost it too.
Hold on. Let me find it here. Okay, some novel paradigm shifting ideas start in the garage, some in the kitchen, some on the couch, some in nature, adaptive spaces of creation where simple tools, knowledge with sustained effort produce works of art. Peter, I absolutely love that.
I
I
like that.
absolutely, hands down, love that. Thank you for that. You are absolutely right. Then we got Rob says, you learn more about yourself in times of failure than success. Brother, for me, that's like, preach on that, man. Like, seriously, you do. And Jennifer, you touched on that.
Yeah. And then I like what Keith says too. Failure is either a burden or a lesson. You get to decide how you carry forward. And yeah, that's like part of our challenge here too, is getting into that mindset of abundance and away from the scarcity, because people with a scarcity mindset, they're going to get lost in a rabbit hole of failure and despair, and it's hard to get out. So turning that around, to make it almost automatic, that's one of the things that we're going to be working on.
Man, I got nothing. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. Absolutely. Serio says, Rob says, if you fail, try again. Absolutely. Serio says, I hope I'm saying your name right, dude. If I'm not, I really apologize. If failure was number of push-ups, I look like Fabio by now. Preach, brother. Adrian, oh yeah, you're here. Adversity is a gift. And Adrian, we've actually talked about this. Absolutely. Adversity is a gift, because we know that true success comes from in the uncomfortable, paying rent on that daily. That's where the true growth lies. And once again, it's what this 30-day challenge is all about.
Yep.
Robin says, love that, Peter. Robin, we couldn't agree more. Rob says, Thomas Edison famously said he never failed at making the light bulb. It just took him 10,000 tries to perfect it. Dude, I love that. That's awesome. For sure. Okay, so we talked about the ownership workshops, we talked about success and failures. Now, here's a big one, folks, and we could spend probably the next 10 minutes on this one. Accountability, right? Accountability. Remember when I said that this workshop isn't for everybody? I know. It's not like, well, Trevor, you're trying to sell this. I mean, to be honest with you, the workshop sells itself, or the challenge sells itself, excuse me. Accountability. And this goes for me too. Everybody wants to hold somebody accountable until it's themselves. I would rather hold Jennifer accountable. Like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, you didn't do this. Oh man, you should get this punishment because you didn't do this discipline. But then I do something and Trevor, hey, oh, well, let's go a little bit easy on me because it's me, right? Accountability is so huge and it's such a difficult subject to dive into, but it's needed because it goes hand in hand with discipline, right? Jennifer, what are your thoughts on that?
So I wasn't going to say this, but it just makes me think of my past. Okay, so I
Do it.
like a rough past, right? Parts of that, I had really good intentions, but part of that was I literally lived in a victim mindset. And well, maybe I admitted some things, and I took accountability for some things. It was always more on somebody else, but really, like I was lying to myself. But I can tell you 100% that since I have made the change 4 years ago into taking full accountability for all of my mistakes, all of anything that I need to take accountability for, it is the most freeing experience ever. Like, it's just free. You don't have to, that's all I can describe it as. It's freedom, literal freedom. And so I think it's really important for your relationships. I think it's important for your workplace. I think it's important for your partnership. Like, taking accountability and being able to provide that as well for somebody else, as a group, as your family, as a parent, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, spot on as always. And accountability within the group, right? The accountability the session or the section, excuse me, that we go through in the group in the 30-day challenge, right? That accountability, you're going to see that and how much that impacts not only the individual, but a team. There's
Yeah.
individual accountability and there's team accountability.
Yeah.
And so I want to prepare people, or not I, excuse me, we want to prepare people that there's some serious breakout sessions. There's some serious discussion around accountability and how much as a human race we suck at it.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so another one. Okay, wait. Keith says, "Will you?" While I'm reading this, will you read that one, Jennifer?
Which one from Keith?
Keith, yeah.
So he says it's like Atlas being able to put the world down he's been holding forever. That's what freeing Oh yes, that's what freeing accountability feels like. I love that. That's a great description. And Sarah says, I ask people to embrace mistakes, but every time I say this to loved ones, wait, I lost it. They get, oh, that's good.
That's good. That's so good.
Like
Oh
good.
my gosh, I'm taking a picture of that.
That's amazing.
That is. I ask people. That's going to be the highlight of my night.
Yeah,
But I ask people to embrace mistakes, but every time I say this to loved ones, they give me a hug. Oh God.
so good.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Robin says taking ownership is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. That is absolutely true. So taking ownership of something, especially if it's a failure or a mistake, that's hard. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants that, right? Hey,
Right.
was that your fault? Uh, yeah. Cool. Awesome, right? Nobody wants to have that discussion and nobody wants to acknowledge it, right? Being honest with oneself cuts the lines old baggage and tow with an intelligible crispness, like a breath of fresh air which smells like freedom. Love that. That's Peter. And Peter, hey,
That's great.
absolutely love what you're saying. Spot on. Okay, so
Can I mention
let's see.
one more thing about accountability?
Yeah, go ahead.
So one other thing that it does bring, from other people and for yourself, is self-respect. Respect from other people and respect for yourself. And that's something that's really important too.
Right on. Right on. That's huge. That is huge. I'll be honest with you, Jennifer. Like, I mean, I know I keep saying I'm going to go on to the next thing, but
Sorry.
no, that's fine. That's what this is about. Self-respect. I I never thought I'd really have a problem with self-respect. I didn't. I thought that once it got past all of the bullying, right? Um, in my youth and got bigger, grew up, put some badass ink on me. I wouldn't, hit the gym. I'd You're like, all right, yeah, I'd like Trevor's all right. It's funny how that shit sneaks up on you, though. It's funny that the lack of self-respect, that looking in the mirror and go, I mean, I guess it's all right. Then going through the day,
Yeah.
I mean, did you kick ass today? Oh, not really. I mean, I existed. I did okay. But we struggle with that. And so going back to the group challenge, y'all, to the 30 day, that's in there too. Dealing with self-respect, building yourself up, understanding how great and how much potential you actually have.
Yeah.
And I cannot go ahead. Sorry.
No,
I was getting ready to go on a rant.
no, I'm disagreeing with you.
Like I can't stress that enough. So we talk about embracing the power within. We talk about not only embracing it but igniting it, right? And to your point, in one of our previous discussions, I got the hiccups. In one of your previous discussions, it was, you have that power, but Trevor, what if in the group challenge, what if we light it up? What if we not only embrace the power, but what if we find ways to just go and just ignite it, right? Just take it just to another level. You know how you do that? You involve other people in the conversation. Hence a group challenge.
Challenge.
Oh yeah. Okay, how can anyone respect you if you don't respect yourself? Adrian, that is perfectly said. And seriously, in this challenge, we're diving into that. We're diving into self-respect. There are going to be group sessions or sessions where you're talking with other people about how you feel about yourself. And like I said, once again, this is real and raw, folks. So if you're looking for something that's like, do 10 push-ups for the day and click yes, this isn't it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remind you guys that we're going to be doing this with you.
Yep.
Also.
30 days, baby. Okay. Self-awareness through verifiable accountability builds essential foundation for personal community and growth. Peter, that's you again, I'm pretty sure. And that is absolutely spot on, 100%. I love it. So another thing, as I was going through some of the outline, we talked about accountability. We talked about ownership. So guess what? Not only in this are we talking about a group, right, synergy, but we're going to bring in some outside sources. We're going to have a guest speaker at the beginning of the group challenge. Then we're going to have a guest speaker at the end of the group challenge. Now, these guest speakers that we bring in, they're for you. Will be specifically selected to make sure that they have high impact on what we're dealing with at the beginning of the program, and then of course at the end of the program. And I can't tell you what exactly that is because that would spoil this whole thing, right? So, but that's huge. Bringing in those guest speakers, bringing in those outside sources, one at the beginning and one at the end, with high impact to what we're dealing with, right? What's that mean? What's that do? Well, not only is it pretty cool because somebody else is coming in to like light the fire, right? But it's also drives the point, or drives the fact home that, or the point home, excuse me, that those outside sources of motivation can often take something in here to the next level. So while Jennifer and I are helping with the program and leading the program, it is necessary to bring somebody in from the outside to say, you know what? Hey, on this topic, I am an expert and I'm here to shake things up for you. I can talk to you all day long. So can Jennifer. But if we're not the experts in the field, if we can't bring all that you need, we need to make sure that we're bringing in those guest speakers that can do that can deliver that message specifically for you because you deserve it.
Right.
Hell
and
yeah.
I'll just say also to that point, just think about like all the, so on the right side of our screen is the chat, right? So just think about all of the perspectives that are being shared and how much we've already learned just tonight, like from you guys. I think that carried over into 30 days of like all of our perspectives getting mixed together and enlightening different us. Like it's going to be so great.
It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Like day one is going to blow everybody's mind. Like it's absolutely It's absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be great. Like this thing is, and we've been talking about like after that, like repeating it, like doing it again,
Yeah.
because the belief here, and that's a big part of it. The belief, not only the belief in the program, but the belief in the impact that it can have. So yes, the material is there. It's been built. We're ready to go. But it's more than that, people. It's the impact that it can have. And I'm serious. Like, once again, I can't tell you, you're gonna have to join the program. But creating this and talking with Jennifer and going through step by step, like the nights and the days just working on it and having those conversations, the impact that it's already had on my life, not only not only on a mental, spiritual, but physical level.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. The impact. That is what it is all about, is the impact.
Right.
Because then you take, go ahead.
No, 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 no.
No, you go. I saw it. You were getting ready to go. You go. I'm not gonna go.
And then I was just gonna piggyback on what you said, and then after this 30 days, it doesn't end. Like this 30 days is supposed to set you up for continuous success and continuous wins. And it's going to be, this is just like a kickstart to an amazing growth fulfilling life.
Like, I so have Motley Crue like playing in my head when you just said kicks. I'm like, like, yeah, let's go. But that is actually that. I mean, you're so spot on, right? This is just think of the 30-day. That's perfect, Jennifer. Think of it, because I just painted the picture in my head. Think of the 30-day challenge as like a long fuse, right? And we're at the end. So the 30-day challenge is the fuse. And we're going tonight, we're going, we just lit that baby. And then after the 30-day challenge is over, well, I'll tell you the official start date. It's not today. But once that's all done, then it just goes boom. It hits that powder keg like Jennifer's talking about. And we just go bigger, baby. It's gonna be huge.
I love that. I
Man,
love that.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. Okay, so we're at 42 minutes in. So let me we talked about the guest speaker. So I want to, in conclusion on this, not this whole thing, but on this, I want to say it is our belief, and yes, I'm reading this, but it is our belief that each participant will experience an event unlike any other. And I'm serious, like unlike any other. At the end of this, you will see evidence that you have complete control over who you are and your ultimate path forward. We would like to invite everyone that completes this challenge to share the experience with others. So once this is completed, I'm going to bet you're going to go, that was awesome. I should probably share it with John Doolin, and he should probably sign up. John, you should probably just sign up in the beginning, but I'm just saying, right? But you're going to share this with other people because it's that impactful. Okay, so Jennifer, you want to tell them the official start date?
Yes. Okay, so the official start date is going to be, well, if you know me, you know that my favorite day of the week, I'm so nerdy, is Monday.
Oh.
So our official start date is Monday, February 5th.
Okay.
It's
So
going to be
it's going to be absolutely amazing. Mark that down on your calendars. Monday, February 5th. Okay. So this is how it launches. Okay. We're using the platform called Mighty Networks. Okay. So for a one-time fee of $29.99, you can join this 30-day challenge. Okay. So once again, it's less than a tank of gas. Well, no, it's still less than a tank of gas. I was going to say, depending on where you're from, it's still less than a tank of gas. So for $29.99, you can join this challenge. Okay. February 5th is the official start date. Now, should you subscribe or not subscribe, excuse me, should you pay to enter into the 30-day challenge, you're going to see some of the massive benefits that you're getting from joining the challenge besides everything that we talked about tonight. Okay. Here's a couple of them. One, you're actually going to get through this challenge. You're going to get some one-on-one time with me and Jennifer coaching, right? Not only that, but for those that can complete the challenge, we will be offering. Do you want to tell the 3-month one contract? You want?
We're going to offer a huge discount on our 3-month contracts for one-on-one coaching. So it's like prices that have never been seen before, probably from any coach.
Probably from any coach. Yes, absolutely. V, hold on. I have to say this. V, I'm so glad you're here. Ugh. So, like what Jennifer said, right? So, a 3-month contract at a discounted rate that no other coach is offering for one-on-one work with, and it's your call, right? If you want to work with Jennifer, if you work with Jennifer, you want to work with me, right? Discounted rate. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Okay. Not only that, but we will be offering for those that complete. And by the way, when I say complete, yes, you can pay the $29.99 and join and then like not do anything. So we're going to be tracking. We're going to be working with you,
Yeah.
right? You complete this and you're going to get a free, there will be a couple, depending on how big this is, we'll be offering a couple free group coaching sessions where it's Jennifer and I together, bringing everybody in on Zoom or a platform and having a couple big discussions that are going to have some massive impact. Not only that, daily, and then I'm not going to spoil anything else, but you guys will get a welcome pack from us. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But daily, we will be dropping motivational videos for you, about 30 seconds a piece, for you each day with a different message. That is the type of attention, and that's not even. I'm not even talking about the framework. I'm not even talking about like the meat and potatoes of it. Right? Those are just some pretty neat things, pretty awesome things that you're going to get for signing up for this. So once again, it is February 5th is the official start date.
Yes.
This is on the Mighty Networks platform. You can search it online. You can download the app for it. So Mighty Networks. It's the Cornerstone group. And it's $29.99, $29.99, one-time fee to join this 30-day challenge. It's not a subscription. We're not billing you more than once. One time, $30, boom, you're in. If you're interested, this is the important part. If you want a link, this is invite only. Okay. So if you want to be part of this challenge, you need to message Jennifer or I and let us know so that we can get you the link. We'll then get you the link. You pay the $30 and boom, you're in, ready for February 5th launch date. And it is going to be epic. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be good. I'm excited. Okay, so while we've got a couple minutes left, we're going to continue talking. But if you guys have any questions, any specific questions about the program, about the challenge, about how to get signed up, about what you need to do, start dropping them in the comments, and we'll try to answer those as best as we can.
Yep.
I'm excited, Jennifer. I don't know about you, but I don't know. Like I'm humming right now. Like tonight was good, right?
Yeah, this feels really good, actually. By the way, you guys, this is my first ever experience where I've been live. I was like almost, I was, I was like a little kid on the first day of school. It was terrible, but this has been a really good experience. I thought I was going to majorly screw up, but I did fine.
You did absolutely wonderful. And what's beautiful about this is that there isn't, right? We're talking about success and failures, right? There is no failing on this, right? It's just a live where we're talking about an amazing opportunity, amazing event for others.
Yeah.
And I want to say this. I was looking when we were structuring this. I was looking when we got to about the middle of it. I'd say so. Day 14, 15. I was looking at it and I'm going, oh, man, is this intense? Is this a little too intense? And then I went, Trevor, what the hell are you saying? Hell no, it's not too intense. This is perfect. This is exactly what it needs to be. It is. And, as people are like, oh, man, a selling point could be like you're just saying, oh, it's unlike anything you've ever seen. Seriously, it's not even a selling point. I mean, it is, but it's unlike anything that you've seen. Plus, let's be real, Jennifer. I mean, they get us, so we're also part of the deal, right? And folks, I don't know if you know this or not, but we're pretty awesome.
We're pretty awesome, I must say.
Also humble. So
yeah. Thank you, Robin. But that was really nice.
Oh yeah, Robin for sure. She absolutely did. Keith says you did really well as well.
Keith.
Okay, seriously, Keith, I have to say this in front of everybody. Like, so I don't have them on now because of the glare of the light. But when I put my glasses on, like I was watching your Way of the Warrior, and that we just filmed. And if I put my glasses on, we pretty much are brothers, buddy. So that's cool. Just want to let you know that. Not to make this awkward as hell for you as I'm calling you out on the live, but you're amazing and I love you. Veronica says, "What's intensity?" Me, Veronica, and I know that you know that, and I know that's what you meant. So I love you for that. Peter says that you did a good job as well,
Oh,
Jennifer.
thank you, Peter.
Oh yeah.
It's really
So
nice.
yeah, absolutely. I think that as we take the next 10 minutes to wrap this up, once again, don't forget, like if you have questions or comments about what we're offering, ask them now, right?
Yeah,
And if you want in, you know what to do. Message me or message Jennifer and say, "Hey, I want an invite. Get that to me. I want an invite because I want to be part of this challenge." Right. And for some of you that I know should be in this challenge, I'm going to hunt you down. I'm
me
just
too.
kidding.
Me too, actually.
Because this is going to be huge. And by the way, we've got an idea of what somebody just said. Round two. Who just said that? Keith says, "Wear your glasses for part two."
I
You
agree.
got it, buddy.
I agree.
You
Glass.
got it. I'll make sure I wear the glasses. So as we go forward, we've got an idea of kind of what we want this to be, of how we want this to look in the future. You all are a part of that. Those that join, I'm telling you, get all the way through day 30, and you're going to go, I need more of that in my life. I need more of that in my life. So please seriously consider, getting a hold of either one of us and saying, you know what, February 5th, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm game. I want to be part of this. Part of this for sure.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for my own growth in this too, you know?
Yep. Absolutely. And I think that, that is a good point. Excited for own growth, and I need to be thinking more about that. Jennifer, I really do. I get so amped up, as you can tell. I get so amped up and excited about presenting and about this, and that right there, and that's gonna be huge on my end. I'm excited to go through the accountability part and the ownership. The
Yeah.
accountability, the accountability and ownership workshops, those are going to be the ones for me for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be deep.
It's going to be deep. Veronica says, "I missed the first part. You know where I'm at." Oh, Veronica, I am glad that you're here during the first part, excuse me, and you'll have to rewatch the recording. I got the hiccups. We did already talk about that I had the hiccups. The first part, we were just breaking down what the 30-day challenge is going to look like. We had talked about some ownership workshops, some accountability. First part is really doubling down on self awareness. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Let's see. What else do I want to say here? I'm pretty sure we kind of pretty much nailed everything, didn't we?
I can't think of anything that we left out, honestly.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything. I feel like we covered like who we are as individuals. I don't know. I'm very excited.
Robin, I'm excited too. Robin, I appreciate the question. Why are you making us wait so long? So we decided, and Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong. We wanted to give a little bit of opportunity for people to sign up. We want people absorb and learn things at a different pace. So there's going to be some people that are like, after this, like, hell yeah, sign me up. I want in right now. There's other people that are going to need some time to think about it, process it. Is this for me? And we want to understand where we want to be cognizant of everybody's busy schedule. So we
Yeah.
just kind of said, you know what, let's give it, I think, what is it, 10 days? What's today, 25th?
Yeah. And like a lot of people weren't able to watch this live. So
Yep.
it'll give it a chance to be replayed.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll be reposting this live as well. We ask those that are interested in this, that want to support this, want to be part of the group challenge, repost the hell out of it, comment it, talk about it, right?
Please.
Message your connections. Say, hey, there's a group challenge going on that I hear is full of badassery and epic, and it's off the chain. Like, you're going to want to be a part of this.
Yep.
And That's how that's exactly what we want it to be. We want it to be networked. We want it to be shared so that people can join, so that people can experience, just an absolute epic time among other individuals.
Yes, that's the key. That's the key right there.
Yep, absolutely. So I guess in closing, the last thing that I want to say to everybody is I'm 43 years old and I never thought that by sitting here right now on a live on LinkedIn, talking about a group challenge, talking about growth with a bunch of badass people. I am extremely grateful for the connections that I have. I love y'all that are on here that have been here. And Jennifer, I have absolutely, loved the hell out of you. I've absolutely loved working with you on this, and I cannot wait. I can't wait to see to see where this goes and the future for her. So that's my closing statement.
I don't know how I can beat that one, but you've been an absolute blessing to me. I've learned tons from you, and I hope to become almost like maybe halfway as animated and energetic as you. I'm trying really hard.
Right? No, you're
And
good.
but I really, LinkedIn has become, I'm relatively new to LinkedIn still. I've only been on it for a year. And I can tell you that it's sad to say that because it's social media, but LinkedIn has become a source of really, really significant connections for me. And to have us all come together and get to know each other better and create really good things together, it's going to be powerful. It's going to be beautiful. And I am like you, I had no idea that I would ever be sitting here in this position, talking to people like this, but I'm so excited. Like, I want it to start tomorrow too, Robin.
Yeah. Hey, that is a perfect closing. I wanted to start tomorrow, Robin. Hell yeah. Well, Veronica, thank you for saying that we are fabulous. We appreciate it. You are fabulous as well, V. So I got to minimize my screen here. So give me 1 second.
Thank you, Veronica.
Yeah. So as we kind of wrap everything up, here, just once again, thank you for everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for being part of this, and share the replay, share the February 5th. $29.99 is all it costs to join this 30-day challenge and to be part of something that's going to truly, truly change your life and impact your world in a way you never imagined.
Yes, we cannot
Okay.
wait to see you there.
All right. Well, with that being said, we'll go ahead and say goodnight. I'm going to click the end stream here. So much love to everybody, and we cannot wait to see you. Remember, shoot us some invites, shoot us some messages saying, hey, want to be invited to that 30-day challenge, and we'll get you hooked up.
Good night, guys.
Not everybody.